You know who Dragunov hasn't beaten yet? Kazuchika Okada. How about that? Listen, I haven't really asked you about this. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, and we did laugh at the idea a couple months ago when it said WWE was interested. We've already discussed this, but honestly, my stance has changed. I want to see Okada in WWE. And now, I'm a WWE mark or whatever. I think at AEW he would be great, obviously. He's already had the exposure there. He can have some great matches. A lot of their top people he has already faced and or beaten. I don't know. I mean, at this point in his career, the guy's not 45. He can always go to AEW first, go to WWE maybe down the road. I feel like he should go. I mean, we haven't, and I said to you at the time, I don't know if it was the Okada thing or with someone else. I want to see more people take risks, and it's not really for me to say because I'm not the one putting my professional career on the line here. Maybe it is definitely a safer route to go to AEW where they would probably offer him more money, and he would definitely be a guaranteed star. In WWE, you just have no clue. I think it's worth the risk. I mean, Triple H knows the star that Okada is. I would hope that he would book him correctly as an attraction. That is definitely a risk. But there's also a risk with him going to AEW as well. So what's your thought on the whole Okada thing? He's a free agent officially. He can show up really anywhere he wants at this point. He has had talks with WWE superstars. I don't know about the company themselves, but about, what about coming in and all this other sort of stuff. What do you say? Where would you like to see Okada end up?
I've been jinxing everyone. I want to go to WWE, so I want to go to AEW. I don't even want to think about WWE. It's a dumb move. AEW all the way, and he'd be dumb to go to WWE.
And we'll see if you get jinxed again. I think it is going to be one of those situations where he does go to AEW. That is my prediction. Would I like to see him in WWE? Yes. But I am preparing for him to go to AEW. As I am with Mercedes Mone. I think Mercedes Mone is obviously locked in. I don't think I know. I think we all do. With that big business show announced for March 13th, Dynamite, TD Garden. I was there last year for the, what's it called, Blood and Guts show. Yeah, Blood and Guts. That was a good show. She'll be on that show. They're bringing her in. Could they pull an all-out 2021 by bringing in Okada and Mercedes on the exact same show after, 10 days after seemingly Will Ospreay arrives as well? I think that might be where this is going. I don't know if Okada's a lock. I don't think he's a lock. I think it's likely. But your thoughts on Okada maybe arriving on that show, and just your thoughts in general on Mercedes Mone going to AEW and arriving on that show in March.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, like I said, big business. I mean, it's seemingly she's going, and they said he could go as well. There's so many people they have that they're not utilizing, and bringing in Okada and then Ospreay, it's like, what do you do with everyone else they're not even using at this point? So I'm interested for Mone. I mean, I think she should have went to WWE. Seemingly, she's going to AEW. I mean, I understand she's faced a lot of the same people of WWE, so AEW would give her some new opponents, and she'd easily be the number one star in the whole women's and maybe the whole company. That might be a stretch in the whole company, but definitely the women's. I just feel like once she beats Tony, there just really isn't any other big stars for her to face. Like, if she went to WWE, she hadn't faced Becky in a long time. Becky's on a different level. She faced Bianca when she was kind of starting to get going. Rhea's a big star.
Yep.
They have other people coming up. So, I mean, I get she's probably making a ton of money from the AEW, but I think not going to WWE is just, I don't know, I feel like she'd be a big fish in a small pond there.
Well, I mean, I said this when she first left 2 years ago. I said it last year, and I think I said it earlier this year as well. I mean, I did think she was going back to WWE in, December when it was reported, talks fell through with AEW, and it looked like she was going back. The Bayley thing was a slam dunk, reunite them, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she does run into the same issue as I told you yesterday. I think she runs into the same issue there as she would in AEW, where, what do you do with her in the long term? After she wins the championship or she does this one storyline, okay, what do you do with her after that? Because, the last time she was in WWE, different period, I get a different regime, but she was just another woman on the roster. Sasha's far from my favorite wrestler personally, but she should not be another person on the roster. And that same goes for AEW too. I'm not saying it won't happen in AEW. We don't know. But they're building an entire show around her, which is a good sign that probably won't happen. I will say this, I don't think she'll be a game changer for that women's division in AEW. Not that she can be, that's not my point. I don't think she will be. Because I don't think any one person will change Tony Khan's perception of that women's division. He's done a better job with it lately and in the past year, arguably. But, overall, there's still, all right, give him 5 minutes on Dynamite for one match. They don't have, recurring segments throughout the show. I mean, sometimes maybe, but they rarely main event on Dynamite. We're not talking Collision and fucking Rampage. I'm talking on Dynamite. I don't really think that changes. But what I was going to say was, I said this about a year ago. I think she's young enough. She's only 31 or something, is Sasha. She can go to AEW first, whether it be for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and then go back to WWE, maybe, ideally, a bigger star than she was when she left. And I'm just talking wrestling. I'm not talking like movies and stuff. I don't really think that stuff's happening. We haven't heard anything else about that. She did that one movie with my brother, and apparently it didn't do well at all. So maybe she'll do other movies. I'm not sure. But I think as far as wrestling goes, she can do the Japan thing, AEW thing, and then go back to WWE in a few years. And absence, makes the heart grow fonder, I think.
Yeah, how can I miss you if you don't go away?
So, I don't know. She's only been gone for 2 years. I mean, you could say the same thing about Naomi. She was only gone for 2 years and she's already back. But Naomi already did everything she could do in TNA. I'd much rather not see her in AEW. She just kind of fits the WWE mold to me. And she could have success being back in WWE. She also signed with SmackDown. I forgot to mention that as well.